Okay, this is methanol. For this same reaction, I am explaining with an example. Methanol combines with ammonia, it forms methanamine, primary amine, which can combine with another molecule of methanol, it forms secondary amine. Secondary amine gets converted into a tertiary amine by combining with another molecule of methanol. So this reaction and this reaction, there is no difference. Here I am starting with ammonia, here I am starting with what? Primary amine. So totally, whenever alcohol reacts with ammonia or primary amine, finally they gives us what? A tertiary amine compound. In case of this one, carbon and oxygen bond is cleaved with respect to what? Alcohols. So here also, order of reactivity of alcohol is going to be same. That is, tertiary alcohol is more reactive than secondary. Secondary alcohol is more reactive than what? Primary alcohol. So this is about the reactions due to cleavage of which bond? Carbon and oxygen bond. So next we will go to another particular set of reactions. Till then, just we copy it. Or copy it first. Next. After these reactions due to cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond, or reactions due to cleavage of carbon and oxygen bond, third set of reactions, that is number 3, I will mention here, elimination reactions. Elimination reactions. Elimination reactions. With respect to haloalkanes, we have discussed elimination reaction as dehydrohalogenation, but here with respect to alcohols, it is called as dehydration of alcohols. It is dehydration of alcohols. What's the meaning of dehydration, students? Removal of water. Removal of water is known as dehydration of alcohols. What type of compounds are produced in this reaction? What is the order of reactivity of alcohols? And which agents are going to be used as dehydrating agents? So we are using number of dehydrating agents here. The different type of dehydrating agents. Different type of dehydrating agents we use in this reaction, students. What are the important type of dehydrating agents? First one, concentrated H2SO4 is commonly used, followed by heating. Second one, concentrated H3PO4 can be used, followed by heating. Next one, concentrated KHSO4, potassium bisulfate, can be used as a dehydrating agent. Next one, N-hydrous zinc chloride, followed by heating, is also used as a dehydrating agent. Next one, it is boron trifluoride, followed by heating, is used as a what? Dehydrating agent. Next, another set of reagents are there. Next one, it is going to be Al2O3, alumina, Al2O3. Next one, it is going to be P2O5, followed by heating. And next one is going to be POCl3, phosphorus oxychloride. What is the difference? Why I am writing all these different types of reagents? All these reagents are commonly called as what? Dehydrating agents. Then what is the difference in case of this particular dehydrating agent of all these reagents? Concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated phosphoric acid, concentrated potassium hydrogen sulfate, anhydrous zinc chloride, followed by heating, BF3 followed by heating. Next one, oxides of aluminium, phosphorus, and this phosphorus oxychloride is present. And what is the important point with respect to these different type of reagents? In case of this one, the particular reaction is going to be even reaction. In case of these reagents, the elimination reaction is going to be even. If you remember elimination reactions from the previous lecture, two types of elimination reactions, E1 and E2 reactions are there. in case of this particular E1 reaction is going to be followed in presence of this reagent, then here carbocation formation takes place. Carbocation formation takes place in case of these reagents. When carbocation formation takes place means naturally the substance of the molecule may undergo rearrangement. Rearrangement takes place in case of these particular reagents. Rearrangement takes place. And in presence of these particular dehydrating agent Al2O3, next one is P2O5, next one is POCl3, the reaction follows E2 elimination reaction. It is bimolecular elimination, here it is unimolecular elimination. This one there is no formation of carbocation. No formation of carbocation. And in case of this one, there is no rearrangement. When there is no carbocation, naturally rearrangement is also not possible in case of these reagents. That is the difference you have to remember between these set of reagents. All these reagents are going to be used as what? A dehydrating agent, but in presence of first 5 dehydrating agent, reaction is going to be unimolecular elimination. In case of unimolecular elimination, carbocation formation takes place, and wherever carbocation formation takes place, it may undergo rearrangement. But in presence of these dehydrating agent, the reaction is going to be bimolecular elimination or E2 reaction, no carbocation and no rearrangement in case of these dehydrating agents. Let us go with some of the examples here, how this particular dehydration takes place in case of alcoholic compounds. First you copy all these reagents. I'll explain with some of the example. Copy it first. Okay. Some of the examples we'll consider. If I go with one example, this is R, general alcohol I'll consider here. This is OH and this is H. When this compound is treated with concentrated H2SO4 followed by heating, very clearly I have mentioned in case of what elimination reaction, especially in unimolecular elimination, heating is going to be compulsorily required. The compound obtained here, it is this H and OH is going to be removed. Actually H and OH is going to be not removed by combining with this one. It is, if you see the mechanism, will come to know about elimination of this OH group and this H group. After elimination of these two groups, now it is RCH2 plus it is H2O molecule. The major product obtained in the dehydration of alcohol is going to be which one? It is an alkene compound. Alcohols are subjected to dehydration, it gives rise to what? Respective alkene takes place. What is the mechanism behind this dehydration of alcohols? Mechanism. How this particular elimination of water takes place to form the respective alkene compound. Remember, this is RCH double bond, it is going to be, it's an alcohol, sorry, RCH, this is RCH and this is going to be CH3, here it is going to be OH. First addition of this proton is added to this alcohol because oxygen of OH group is containing lone pair, this H plus attacks on OH group. When H plus attacks on OH group, so this is going to be OH2, naturally positive charge on this one lone pair is present. Now this is going to be CH3 what? Molecule. In the first step, protonation of alcohol takes place. You can call this one as first step protonation of alcohol. Now this is commonly known as protonated alcohol compound. It is an protonated alcohol compound. In the second step, this RCH, it is CH3, next one OH2, this is plus with a lone pair. Now what happens? Elimination of water takes place. This water is going to be eliminated. After elimination of water, this is CH and this is what, CH3. When this bond is going to be cleaved, what happens? These electrons are going to be added on the oxygen, that is eliminated as stable water molecule. Now, after loss of this particular sigma electrons, this carbon atom carries positive charge. Now, this particular species is known as secondary carbocation. It is going to be secondary carbocation. Third step is going to be this secondary carbocation RCH. This is plus, and this is going to be what? CH2, and here I'll write this is going to be hydrogen. What happens here? This H plus is going to be whatever the H plus we have used in the first section, that H plus should be produced, and these particular electrons utilized in the formation of an pi bond. It is CH2 and this is going to be what? H plus ion. Now this compound is at what? Alkene compound takes place. In the first step, addition of a proton takes place to form the protonated alcohol. Second step, loss of water molecule takes place to form the carbocation. So here formation of carbocation is going to be there. Already have mentioned carbocation formation. If there is a possibility of rearrangement, even rearrangement of this carbocation takes place by hydride shift, methyl shift or phenyl shift, but here rearrangement is not possible. So this carbocation loses a proton to form the stable alkene compound. So this is the mechanism applicable for the conversion of alcohol into alkene. So this reaction is known as dehydration of what? Alcohol compound. Students, what is the main product obtained in the dehydration of alcohol? If asked, usually in case of dehydration of alcohol, the product obtained is going to be what? It's an alkene, but it is not always correct. It is not always alkene only. In some other condition, the product is going to be what? A different product is going to be obtained. Next one, reactivity of any alcohol towards dehydration. Reactivity of alcohol is directly proportional to which one? It is stability of what? Carbocation. Greater the stability of carbocation, greater is the reactivity of what? Respective alcohols. Which carbocation is going to be stable? Tertiary carbocation is going to be stable. Naturally, the order of reactivity of alcohols, ROH. What is that order of reactivity? Tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. Next one is CH3OH. Why tertiary alcohols are more reactive in nature? Tertiary alcohols are more reactive in nature because they produce more stable tertiary carbocation. Because of that reason, tertiary alcohols are more reactive towards this particular process of what? Dehydration product. If I go with next one, second example, if I consider this is CH3, next one is CH2, next one is CH, and this is going to be CH3, here it is going to be OH. Now, when this compound is treated with concentrated H2SO4, what is the main product obtained in case of this one? So here CH3, this is CH double bond CH, and this one is CH3. Another one product is also possible, CH3, CH2, CH double bond and CH2. Which is the major compound and which is the minor compound here? This is the major compound because it is more stable alkene. It is the minor compound because it is the least stable alkene. So butane 2-ol gives rise to but-2-ene as well as but-1-ene, but this is a major product because it contains more number of alpha hydrogen atom contained compared to this particular alkene compound. What's the number of alpha hydrogen atom here? This is the carbon-carbon double bond. This one has 3, this one has 3, so 6 alpha hydrogen atoms are present. It is carbon-carbon double bond is this is a compound containing 2 alpha hydrogen atoms. So this is the most stable, and this one is going to be the less stable alkene. It's not the unstable, it's a less stable, it is a more stable alkene. So major and minor product formation takes place in case of this compound. What's the name of this one? It is butane 2-ol. It is the compound of butane 2-ol. Next one, if I consider the particular alcohol CH3, this is CH3, it is CH2, this one is OH. This is commonly known as neopentyl alcohol. Neopentyl alcohol. If it is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid followed by heating, remember, followed by heating. What is the major product obtained in case of this compound? Major product obtained in case of this one. Try to identify the product in case of this particular reaction. It's a neopentyl alcohol undergoes dehydration. So what type of alkane is possible? Just you copy it. I'll explain the remaining part. Neopentyl alcohol. Okay. What type of alkene is possible in that reaction? Neopentyl alcohol. If we carry out this neopentyl alcohol, first cleavage of this bond takes place. Elimination of that water molecule by using protonation takes place on this one, so H2 is going to be eliminated. First product CH3, this is CH3, it is CH3, this is CH2 plus. This one is a primary carbocation. Primary carbocation means there is a possibility of rearrangement. This methyl shift takes place. 1,2 methyl shift takes place. It is CH3, next one carbon, CH3, next one CH2 and CH3, this is positive charge. It is primary carbocation, this one is a tertiary carbocation. Tertiary carbocation is going to be what? More stable carbocation. When tertiary carbocation, how the loss of proton takes place? Third step is going to be loss of proton. Proton loss is going to be either from this carbon atom or from this particular carbon atom. So this one and this one are going to be same. Either loss of proton from this methyl group or this methyl group is going to be almost same. Now two different products are going to be possible here. Two products are possible. Here is CH2 double bond C. This is CH3. Next one CH2 and CH3. Another product, if loss of proton takes place from this carbon atom, what's the product here? CH3, this is C. It is CH3 double bond what? CH and CH3. Now out of these two alkenes, which is major product and which is minor product? The major and minor product purely depends upon what? Purely depends upon the number of alpha hydrogen atoms. It depends upon number of alpha hydrogen atoms. What is the number of alpha hydrogen atom present on this carbon-carbon double bond? 3, 3, 3, 9. So this one is a major product. What is the number of alpha hydrogen atom here? 5. So this one is a minor product. So two different alkenes are there, and major and minor alkene can be identified by using what? The more stable alkene. More substituted alkene is always more stable. This one contains more number of alpha hydrogen atom. This one contains what? Less number of alpha hydrogen atoms. Suppose if I go with CH3, CH2OH, next one CH3, this is CH, this is CH3, this is OH, and CH3, this is carbon, this is methyl, and this is OH. This is, you can take 1, this is 2, and this is going to be 3. What is the order of rate of dehydration of this 3 alcohol? Which alcohol is more reactive towards dehydration? Which alcohol is least reactive? You can follow this particular order. Tertiary is more reactive. Which is tertiary here? This is tertiary, number 3. Next one is going to be secondary is there. Next one is going to be primary. This is the order of, it's not the degree of carbocation, it is third compound, second compound and first compound. It is tertiary alcohol, this is going to be secondary alcohol, this is going to be what? Primary alcohol. So this alcohol is going to be least reactive, this alcohol is going to be what? Most reactive alcohols. So what is product here? Already I have mentioned there. You can copy it. Okay. Right. Next one, another one example I'll consider here. This is CH3. This is carbon. It is CH3. This is CH3. Watch. Tertiary alcohol. CH2 double bond CH2OH. Allyl alcohol. CH3. This is CH. It is CH3. This is OH. What is this one? Secondary alcohol. And next one, the compound is going to be this one. It is CH2OH. Benzyl alcohol. First, second, third, fourth. Rate of dehydration. Rate of dehydration. Dehydration of alcohol. Which alcohol is most reactive? Which alcohol is least reactive out of these three compounds? This is an tertiary alcohol, students. This is an tertiary alcohol. This one is an allyl alcohol. Allyl alcohol. Okay. Next one, it is an secondary alcohol. This is an benzyl alcohol. Out of these four types of alcohols, first, which gives rise to stable carbocation, it is forming tertiary carbocation, it is forming allyl carbocation, secondary carbocation, then benzyl carbocation. Between these four types of carbocation, remember tertiary carbocation is more stable, it is stabilized by hyperconjugation. So, first compound is more reactive towards dehydration. After this one, between allyl carbocation, secondary carbocation and benzyl carbocation, you know very well, it is stabilized by resonance. So this particular carbocation is more stable, means it undergoes the process of dehydration. When this is going to be more stable, next between allyl carbocation and secondary carbocation, allyl carbocation is going to be stabilized by resonance. If it is a positive charge, pi, sigma and vacant p orbital is present, so it is stabilized by resonance. Hence this particular compound is more reactive, and the least reactive compound is going to be this one. It is going to be what? Secondary alcoholic compounds. So this is the order of what? Dehydration of four different types of alcohols. Between primary, secondary, tertiary, it is tertiary greater than secondary, it is greater than primary. But when we go with such type of different types of alcohols, then you can find out order of dehydration based on what? Stability of carbocationic species. One more example we consider here. This is CH2 double bond CH. It is CH. Next one is CH3. This is OH. It is one alcohol. And one more alcohol we will consider. This is CH3. Next one CH2. It is CH. This is CH3. This is OH. What's the name of this compound? It is 1, 2, 3, 4 but 3 ene 2-or, and it is simple butane 2-or. Between these two compounds, what is the order of rate of dehydration? Which is more reactive and which is least reactive? Whether this is more reactive or this is going to be more reactive towards dehydration process. Students, one important thing here, order of dehydration depends on, dehydration also depends upon formation of what? Conjugated alkene. If the compound is found to be an conjugated alkene is going to be there, so that compound undergoes dehydration very easily when compared to another particular compound. What is the compound by the dehydration of this one? When this compound undergoes dehydration, so the product is CH2 double bond CH. This is CH double bond CH2, right? What is the product obtained by the dehydration of this this compound, it is CH3, next one is CH double bond CH, and this is found to be CH3. Fine. Which one is found to be an conjugated alkene? This is an conjugated alkene, this one is a non-conjugated alkene, simple alkene is going to be there. So naturally between these two compound, order of dehydration is maximum for this compound when compared to this particular product. So that is the difference in the order of dehydration of alcohol. So this alcohol is more reactive. Reason is that it converts into a conjugated. Resonance is going to be applicable here. And here resonance is not possible because it contains only one double bond. Wherever such type compounds are present, that alcohol is more reactive towards what? Dehydration reaction. Copy this one. Next example I will consider. Next example. Okay. Suppose if I go with next compound, that is OH double bond. This is OH. This is right here. You take this is number one, second one, third one. What is the order of dehydration of these three alcoholic compounds? These are not phenols. These are not phenol. These are alcoholic compounds. Phenols means cyclic compound will be there. So that is going to be the respective compound. These are alcohols. Dehydration of these alcohols follows. It is depending upon this particular concept. Wherever the formation of conjugated double bonds, conjugated means what? Alternate double bonds. If alternate double bonds are going to be found, means that particular alkene is going to be, wherever that alkene is produced, that alcohol is going to be most reactive towards what? Dehydration reaction. If you observe this particular compound, this is an compound containing two double bond and OH. It is not a benzene ring. It is having only two pi bonds are present. What is the product obtained by the dehydration of this compound? The product obtained by the dehydration of this compound is double bond. So another double bond takes place. This is the compound benzene which contains alternate double bonds. What is the compound obtained by the dehydration of this compound? The compound which is obtained by dehydration of this one will be, it is double bond as it is, this OH and this H, this is double bond. Conjugated double bond. When this compound undergoes what? Dehydration, the main product produced is going to be OH is there, either double bond you can place here, a double bond you can consider here, only one double bond is there. So this is more stable, next one this one, next one this one. Hence to get more stable alkene, this is the first compound that is more reactive, next compound is going to be second one, next compound is going to be third one. Rate of dehydration is maximum in case of this alcoholic compound since it forms an complete conjugated system. Next is going to be second one which forms an two double bonds, two pi bonds, and this is the compound. Rate of dehydration is very less. What's the name of this compound? It is a cyclohexanol compound. It forms cyclohexene. Double bond can be placed here or here. It makes no difference. So this is the order of dehydration of alcohols. What? Out of these three different types of compounds. Okay. So this is about the rate of dehydration of alcohols. If I go with some more examples, H, this is one compound. I think students can identify this one, CH2OH. If it is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, what is the major product in case of this one? Concentrated sulfuric acid. What is the compound here? It is a cyclic alcoholic compound. It is not again phenol. Phenol means OH group is present on the particular system containing alternate double bonds. Here there is no double bond, so it is not a phenol, it is an alcoholic compound. What is the main product obtained in case of this dehydration of a particular cyclopentyl methanol? What's the name? Cyclopentyl methanol compound. Students, one trick I have mentioned already. This particular bond is cleaved first, right? Formation of an carbocation takes place. If the formation of carbocation takes place outside the ring next to that carbon atom, then ring expansion takes place. Once the ring expansion takes place, what? 5-membered ring gets converted into what? 6-membered ring. When 6-membered ring is formed, from that the formation of double bond takes place. So this is the compound obtained in case of dehydration of this cyclopentyl methanol. So the compound is going to be which one? Cyclohexene compound. First, this is the compound. If I consider carbocation formed is going to be which carbocation? This is the carbocation formation takes place, CH2 plus. Now these two electrons are going to be load in this one. Formation of one particular carbocation takes place. This is CH2, and here the group is going to be there. 6-membered ring is going to be converted here. This carbon atom is going to be carrying positive charge. Afterwards, loss of proton takes place from this compound. So final compound is going to be an cyclohexene compound. So remember, this 5-membered cyclic structure converted into what? 6-membered cyclic structure. So major product in this reaction is going to be which one? It is cyclohexene compound. Cyclohexene. You must remember about all these exceptional cases. Another example we consider here. Next one example. What is the product obtained during the dehydration of this alcohol? This is OH. When this compound is treated with concentrated H2SO4. Concentrated H2SO4. What is the main product obtained in case of this? So main product in case of this particular reaction, what's the name of this one? It is 2-methyl cyclohexanol. When 2-methyl cyclohexanol is subjected to dehydration, this is the group OH. No doubt this OH is going to be lost. If hydrogen is lost from this one, if hydrogen is lost from that carbon atom, it is methyl group. This is double bond. One more product is possible. If hydrogen is going to be from this one, it is first product is going to be there. If OH is from this one and hydrogen is from this one, next product is going to be this one. It is what? Double bond here, and this is going to be methyl group. And if after loss of this particular OH, sometimes hydrogen is also lost from this methyl group. Hence, another product is also possible. This is the another product. Out of these 3 products, this is one methyl cyclohexane, 1-methyl cyclohexane. This is what? 1, 2, 3 methyl cyclohexane. It is numbering is going to be, this is 1, this is 2. Here this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is going to be an methylene cyclohexane compound. This is known as methylene cyclohexane. Now between these 3 compounds, which is the more stable and which is going to be what? Least stable compound. So this one is going to be the major compound, next one is going to be this one, whereas this compound is obtained in very small quantity, that is trace amount of that compound is produced. So this is I. Next one, another example, if I consider CH3, this is CH2, this is CH2, it is CH2 and OH. So here, when this compound is treated with concentrated H2SO4, next one, it is treated with Al2O3. Whether product formation is going to be same or different in case of these 2 reactions. What's the role of this concentrated sulfuric acid, dehydrating acid? What's the role of Al2O3? That is also dehydrating acid. What is the given compound here? It is butane 1-ol. The compound is butane 1-ol. When this alcohol is subjected to dehydration, whether product obtained is going to be same or different. Just to identify the product in case of these two reactions, both are acting as dehydrating agent. If you remember just previously, while listing out that different types of dehydrating agent, there is a difference in case of reaction in presence of this one, in presence of this one. It follows E1, it follows E2. Here carbocation, here there is no formation of carbocation. So in that case, what type of compound is going to be possible? In case of this particular reaction, first reaction what happens? Formation of primary carbocation takes place. Primary carbocation can be changed into secondary carbocation. So two different compounds are possible here. CH double bond CH and CH3. Next one CH3. This is CH2 CH double bond CH2. This is a major product and this one is a minor product here. In case of H2SO4. If we carry out the same reaction in presence of Al2O3. In presence of Al2O3, that is E2 elimination reaction, there is no formation of carbocation. When formation of carbocation does not take place, this H and this OH are eliminated without formation of carbocation. It is CH2 CH double bond CH2. This is the only one product possible, but here two products are found to be possible. Why here two products and why here only single product? This reaction in presence of Al2O3, it follows bimolecular elimination. In bimolecular elimination, there is no carbocation, so naturally OH is eliminated from this one and H is going to be. And in presence of H2SO4, there is a formation of carbocation. Already we have discussed the mechanism also. When carbocation is going to be formed, there is carbocation, primary carbocation can be converted into secondary carbocation. In that case, formation of but2ene as well as but1ene is going to be possible. But here, this is the only major product in case of Al2O3 compound. This is the difference between dehydration in presence of Al2O3 and dehydration in presence of what? Concentrated sulfuric acid. Clear? This is about dehydrating property of different types of alcohols we have considered. Remember, dehydration is a type of elimination reaction, and this is an example for whether it is 1,1 elimination or 1,2 elimination or 1,3 elimination. It is elimination takes place from the first carbon atom and second carbon atom, so it is 1,2 elimination. It is a beta elimination type, and in case of this one we are using number of dehydrating agent: concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated phosphoric acid, concentrated potassium bisulfate, anhydrous zinc chloride, BF3. In presence of those one, reaction is going to be unimolecular elimination reaction. But in presence of Al2O3 or P2O5 or it is going to be POCl3, the reaction follows bimolecular elimination case, and in that particular reaction there is no formation of carbocation. Only one product is going to be possible in case of such type of what? Elimination reactions. So these are the different types of elimination reactions, and with respect to alcoholic compound, it is called as dehydration. With respect to haloalkane, it is called as what? Dehydrohalogenation reactions. So this is about the elimination reactions in case of alcoholic compounds. Right? In the next class, we have to concentrate on the remaining reaction, that is oxidation reactions are there, haloform reactions are there, and distinguishing tests between what? Primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols by some different types of methods. Okay, students, we will continue the remaining part of this particular alcohol in the next lecture. Thank you.